All right, so this is Overcoming Hate Setback Series. Haters provoke you to anger. And this is something that I have personal experience with. And this is a lot of what gaslighters do. People who tend to gaslight. It's a psychological game that they like to play. And I think with haters, when they provoke you to anger, I think it's to get you off your path psychologically. Somehow they cannot take you off the path physically. They can't get you to stop going to school, or they can't get you to stop going after your dream, or they can't get you to stop advancing at your job. Whatever the physical aspect of you moving forward, they can't get you to stop that. So then the only way to come against you is to project their anger or pour their anger into you. So they will provoke you to anger. They will start a argument. They will mock you while you are trying to explain a concept. They will try to tell you that in so many words, you really can't accomplish the things that you're trying to accomplish, right? Because you really not that kind of person. You don't study. You don't do this. You don't do that. They speak negativity. They speak death. Like you've always heard someone say, "Speak life into somebody." Okay. Well, they decided that they're going to speak death into you. That's what they would rather do. And so it's almost like they see the vision of what it is that you're trying to get to, and they're trying their best to throw every bit of mental, psychological roadblocks to keep you from it. So then they'll begin, if they can't get you to uh, stop being motivated emotionally and psychologically and mentally, they'll start bringing areas of their life into your life. They'll put you in harm's way. They will. They'll tell you, okay, I'm just gonna go over here right quick. I promise I'll take you home. Okay, and then somehow they've gone over into an area that's a dangerous area. They go into the house and they sit in the house, leave you in the car. Okay, it's a dangerous area, or it's just dangerous, period, right, as a strategy. And then an hour or two pass by, and the person comes out, and you ask him, okay, I thought you were just going to go in and go get something. What is this? And then instead of looking at the situation logically to just explain what happened, they'll get mad at you and say, why? You don't have anywhere to go anyway. What's the big deal? Why you always get upset every time I come over here? Right? They come up with all different types of strategies to get you mad, and then you're mad the rest of the trip home, right? Because they finally take you home, and then they'll start pulling at you emotionally. Okay, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. Right? It's an emotionally abusive situation, essentially. It's an emotionally abusive situation, and that's what they're doing to provoke you to anger. Think about any relationship that you've had where they tried to gaslight you. They know exactly what they did to you, but they try to make it out to be like you're the one who's crazy, and that you're taking it too personal, right? When they provoke you to anger like that, and you might be passive aggressive so many times, eventually you are going to blow up. You are going to blow up. It's going to happen. Situation, I moved in with a friend girl. She acted like she wanted me to roommate with her. She had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was hoping that she wouldn't bring another man into the house. She said she wouldn't, so I mistakenly went and moved into her house, into the room, because I was paying $650 and she was offering, I think, $275 or something like that. So who wouldn't want to have that kind of deal. And plus, she had a kitchen. I didn't have a kitchen in my place. It wasn't 3 months hadn't passed. 3 months really hadn't even completed that she started acting up. She started acting up. It didn't take long at all. And I'm trying to figure out, why is she acting like this? This doesn't make any sense, right? And so conflict. And then I would bring my friend Guy over to the house. We all knew each other because we used to work at the same job. And somehow they started hanging out with each other behind my back. And I didn't know it at the time. They kept it quiet. Neither one of them said anything. So therefore, why would I think anything else, right? And so then the conflict at the house progressed. Um, we ended up having a shouting match or something like that. She called me out of my name. The friend guy and I ended up having to break things off, and I broke things off this time because I just wasn't going to let him, mistreat me. And she sort of created the environment so that it could be toxic to provoke me to anger. And so when I decided to go on ahead and move, she was quiet the whole day, just quiet the whole day. I had all my stuff packed. I was waiting for another friend to come and pick me up. And when that friend came to the door and I started to move out, the woman just all of a sudden got all upset. She went and called her friend. She brought her friend over there to almost like fight me. And it didn't make any sense because it didn't make any sense at that time. I left that situation very traumatized. It took some time to get over that uh, situation, but I look back on it now. There was something about me that she hated. One, I think the friend that I was friends with, the guy, he was good to me. He was good to me. He took me out. And he was just a friend guy, and he took me out, and he gave me things. He cooked food, etc. Well, my big mouth talked about what he did. My big mouth talked about what he did for me, and so then she saw it as a jealousy opportunity, not an opportunity to say, "Hey, girl, I'm glad that's for you," because she had already had a man. He was they had already begun talking, dating. They later got married. So why would she need to be upset with me and my friend and what he was doing with me? Well, my main mistake was telling her what he did for me. That was my main mistake. So that provoked anger in her, even though I wasn't trying to provoke anger in her. But she got angry at it and jealous about it, and she started to design a strategy where she would come out in her um, in her Daisy Dukes, right? She didn't dress like that before. Then she would invite, I mean, he would invite her to come with us so she wouldn't feel alone at the house. And she would come out in her Daisy Dukes, and she would come along. When her boyfriend invited me to go somewhere, I said no, because I know that's her man. I don't want her man to have to pay for me. So I was never angry about her situation, but she was angry about mine. And so haters provoke you to anger because of some sort of jealousy that they have about what you have. And so now they're trying to separate you from it. And that's more along the lines of envy. But now they're kind of trying to throw obstacles. And usually, if they can't get you to stop going to school or stop going to promote your business or stop doing anything physically, they will begin to work on you emotionally and mentally and psychologically. And so then the weight of them working on you is expected to bring you down and hopefully get you to stop anything that you are doing. So, overcoming hate setback series. Haters provoke you to anger. Go ahead and visit reginawhitefavors.com for more tips and resources. Thank you very much for listening.